So Verb's last video, it's telling to me, but it's not. It's telling to me because it's showing me Verb is developing a pattern of this blogging and spaces and YouTube and stuff that he's on right now. And I think that it's dope for him to carve out a lane for himself. I'm a big proponent of people transitioning. I'm going to get to that in a second too. Verb, what I see is you're very, very fast to that camera. It's becoming a part of your livelihood, if not already. And that's fine. I podcast for money too. You know what I'm saying? My podcast is monetized. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, sir. But your pace towards it, it almost shows a level of urgency. It almost shows a level of desperation. And the fact that somebody that many people in this industry, many people that would tune into you would give you credit for being intelligent, at least at times, especially artistically, to see how fast you would run with like conspiracy theory shit or things that there's actual facts out there, whether in paperwork, whether on the web, whether in text messages that can disprove some of the things that you would say like this. That's not a good way to develop your pattern of blogging or podcasting or earning this newfound living for yourself. Right. But you will be who you want to be. Everybody will be who they want to be. Everybody has their own styles. Everybody has their own morals, their own principles. And I'm not here to control the next man. One of your messages, it was probably the most triggering to me because it violates who I am as a man. It was very, very triggering to me. And it's a message or it's a sentiment. And here I am starting to turn on my filter where I'm going to say I'm going to try to retract a lot of names as possible in this video other than Aye Verb. It retracts my principle, my position as a man that I would ever work with niggas. And let me say this, to take anything off the table, directly or indirectly, I would never work with niggas for no amount of money. You can't hold me. You can't hold me. You can't prostitute me against certain principles with certain people. I will never. I did this in a video. It's on the channel. It's under the Sorry Is True podcast playlist like 2 years ago. As a league owner, he may have had 1 or 2 drinks in his system and did a video that made the whole culture feel like it was a olive branch, right? Everybody lit up. Everybody lit up. And I got calls about it. I got texts about it. People blogged about it. I will call a name right here just to validate that I'm not reaching and making shit up. Because people would do that. They'd be like, I got calls. Nigga, you ain't get a single call. Like 3 Letter Man, I had conversation with him about it because he did blogs on him. Me and him was on the phone. And before that league owner came and retracted, I did a video saying, never. Whether that was an olive branch or not, I'm good. I never would. This is 2 years ago. It's on the channel, right? I put my foot down in that position. Like, are you kidding me? I just know too much about this is 2 years ago. So like the prior 8 years, it's just too much that has happened. Too much. I wish some of these black men very well. I don't be wishing death and destruction and all that type of shit. Well, sometimes I'd be like, yo, you don't deserve that. But I don't be wishing extreme shit on people. Like, it's not good karma. But when it comes to me, never, ever, 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 ever. Right. And then you even seen a video that came out from that league owner after that, kind of like, and I was just like, look, I told y'all. And it's not like it was about me trying to trust it anyway. I had my own decision. Is a thing about alley oops. Sometimes a person will take a stance on something or stand opposite from something. And they just need the right alley oop to convert. That means that they never really stood there. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to the homie up there, the goat up there. Rest in peace to the goat. I'm trying not to use names. Rest in peace to one of our goats. Rest in peace to one of our goats. Rest in peace to one of our goats. You got rappers rapping rounds for me, writing and rapping rounds to my face during some of the biggest events that we did about why I wasn't there. You got interviewers putting cameras in my face in the parking lot asking me, "What's up with that?" You got fans that I support because they support me asking me and tweeting me, "Yeah, how come you wasn't there? Why didn't you participate in that?" I couldn't. That would have been one of the biggest alley-oops for me to ever take if that's what I would have wanted as far as that type of relationship. If I ever wanted to stand on stage or shake hands or rub shoulders with certain people, that would have been the time for me to say, "Okay, I have a real reason to step outside and away from all this stuff." Yet the person in the mirror, I couldn't allow myself to. And it was just like, I have to honor that person in a different way. I had to. I had to honor that person in a different way. I couldn't be there. This is me. This is why to see such a foolish blog of me directly or indirectly ever being in business with, this is why it triggers the fuck out of me because it steps on who I am as a man. I didn't not shown up to situations like that, but then I would turn around and do it for this. It shows me how much niggas is nothing like me. Rare breed is earned for. I'm not perfect, but rare breed is so fucking earned. Y'all are not me. Y'all are not me. Y'all are not. Speaking of alley oops, let me take that a step further. There are situations, even in this battle rap culture, I feel like people should stand the same. I just said this to Holla the other day and something totally unrelated. I said the concept of if somebody tries to kill you, but you stop them from killing you, you can't allow that person that tried to kill you the ability to now say, I wasn't able to kill you, so now here. That's you can't do that in life. So like let's say a particular league and a particular battler that detracted from a particular league over a big well-known dispute, and then this battler over here started to do their own thing, right? Not just from the outside looking in, but also for what we know behind the scenes. The things that happen between these two entities over time, neither one of them should ever want to work together again. And if they do, it don't fit me. I would almost use a different word right there, but I just will say that's not my type of person. Another battler, a GOAT, one of the most aggressive, a well-known performer, and the type of stuff that he's said on camera about Christmas out the mud and his family and his friends and his livelihood and his children. You can't fix certain things. You're not supposed to fix certain things for money or for battles or for opportunity or for camera time or for view. You're not supposed to. Certain things are supposed to be left there forever. Else we're just different. Like Verb, you went on like a year-long campaign about certain people, maybe more than a year. You know, you get at them a lot, and you take an offensive position. See, me, I've always taken a defensive position, and I know niggas don't even be knowing all the fucking behind the scenes shit. I just sent my lawyer a check a week ago for my next level of or wave of retainer fees, thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? So behind the scenes, I deal with bullshit from y'all niggas don't deal with what you're not going in your pockets and sending a check for 14 grand for some more retainer fees because you into it with people. Y'all niggas ain't You don't got no real issues with niggas that really affect you. You know what I'm saying? Yet niggas have campaigned for over a year on the offensive. Or maybe you feel like shit has come your way too. So I'll play it fair, right? But then recently you'll also do things like pitching to be employed. Verb, like let me come talent scout for you, or you're showing me that you and I is not the same. I'm never going to reach out to somebody and ask them to employ me if I also am going to have a year's worth of saying that they're my enemy. It don't make sense. But that's the reason why I feel that you can get on camera and think that I would do so. People will reflect their own abilities on other people. They're like, man, I can switch up $4,000. So I believe that those people could switch up $4,000. That's what you just did. If certain people called you right now with a big check or a job, Verb, I think that you would do it because you're saying it out of your own mouth. I wouldn't. My retirement. And let me also loop in power moves as an event. Because if you cut on like a camera or hip hop is real and you see me in the background while Holla is checking out the venue and you see ARP there supporting, or you see that I pulled up on him, let me check out the venue with you, or Holla might call me for advice, or I might call him for advice, or Holla is a new league owner. All right, I'm gonna say it. I'm the best league owner in here. When it comes to battle rap, when it comes to hip hop, when it comes to relatability, when it comes to the people, when it comes to matchmaking, when it comes to car construction, when it comes to the ability to finance on your own, when it comes to all these factors that separate the big boys from the small guys, as far as being a league owner, I haven't achieved the biggest heights consistently. But pound for pound, a lot of people say that's probably the way he moves. There's things that happened just last week, and ARP would never do. Motherfuckers be 15 years in doing stuff like that to y'all. I wouldn't do that 1 year in. So Holla being real close to me during this rollout makes so much sense. Because if Holla's never contracted an artist before, he can come to one of the best league owners ever and say, how would you do it? What do you think about this type of space? He's been a battle rapper all this time. This is a new area for Holla. And you got one of the best to ever do that right next to you. You'd be a fool not to leverage it. That's the thing about not having an ego in friendships. You know how many friends I have that in certain areas, they do things or know things more than me or do things better than me, and I have no problem tapping them. Yo, how do you do this? Yo, my man Tate, my brother Tate. I shouldn't even say my man Tate, my brother Tate. You know what I'm saying? He done got a whole new area of money that he's making now because he had no ego. He stepped to me and said, yo, what's up with that over there? And I said, boom, 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 boom. He spent like 6 months on it and he's gone. My man Tate, true story. If he ever pops in these comments, it's the person his name is like Cavalli in here. Or on my Instagram, it's Cavalli something, right? Cavalli and then a number. That's my man Tate. That's my brother Tate. All right. Each one teach one. Holla is supposed to use me as a resource when it comes to battle rap. Supposed to. And I'm supposed to give that back to him if I'm a friend or if I'm moving anything like that. Okay? Now, trying to convince y'all of my involvement in the power moves is kind of flattering. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to try to convince y'all of my involvement in power moves. But here goes some of the realest shit. My dedication to Holla during this rollout, it would be the same to like, let's say Big K or like Ill Will or Rosenberg or Swave or QB, like anybody else that would want to stand next to me during a time like this, I would go the extra step for them. And there's more. I sometimes I go blank when I'm naming people that I fuck with at that level, but there's more. I just don't want to go blank and somebody feel, oh, you don't fuck with me like that. I do. You know what I'm saying? But my retirement, like you see how easy wrapped one nigga retired, got all y'all niggas scrambling when he battled ill will, right? These niggas ain't scrambling, but you know what he means by a bar like that? Just think. I know how impactful my retirement can be for certain people. There's a lot of people mad at it. Even bricks that I never even directly worked with. You know what I'm saying? That was never even making the company money or nothing like that. Even they, some of them is mad at me. Right? I know the pros and the cons of my retirement. Right? And the same thing I'm about to say about Holla, I could say about anybody. I could say about Will. I could say about K. I could say about Raw. I could say about Show Off. I could say about, oh, I left Math out too. Math and Show Off, I was supposed to say in that first round. Those my fucking guys. You know what I'm saying? Swave, cute order. But Holla is a guy that made a lot of money with me. A lot of money with me. And then I get to Max Out 3, which he happened to headline. And then I say, yo, I'm out. Now, even Holla has gotten like symbols and like little over the years, like, you know, he's out of here or he don't really fuck with, he's mentioned something like this. But the drop dead, my last event, battle is that I work with didn't know like that. I might have said one or two like little small things, but nah, it was just like something in me. I carried it. It was like a thing that I had to do for me. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that somebody in that spot that made the type of money they're making with me, because remember, people, now if we want to introduce logic to dispel a lot of Verb's stupid shit in his recent video, right? I had that same energy when it was the first league up, which was Chrome. I got on the phone with Rem about Holla battling Mook on Chrome 23. I got on the phone with Van, Mook's manager. We had like a whole week worth of conversations about Holla versus Mook on Chrome 23. I was spending time out of my own day to day, hours at times, phone calls, this, that, energy, and I don't make a dime from none of this shit. So now what's next? I got taps into Chrome 23. We're going to say that next. Might as well for all of this to make sense. But I spent weeks of my own time. Nobody could use me because I be knowing. Like, that's the thing about me. When you say the wolf in sheep clothing, I can't be used. If I'm doing it, I want to. And I spent a lot of time trying to see if I could help. And then after that, it was a bags and bodies thing, or it was a URL thing, right? How do you think the whole Gerald thing happened with me in the middle, right? I'm sitting here doing all of this to try to get that battle to happen on URL. Let's try again. You're gonna say I got taps into URL, I guess. Okay, I make money with them. They would love to break bread with me on the Mook and Hitman battle, which is coming next. Fucking, which is part of all of this. Yo, dude, don't get us to the point where we start thinking that you're fucking like losing your brain. But anyway, I spent a lot of time and energy towards that. And then the first go around for bags and bodies with Hitman and Mook. I'm the one on the phone with Van having conversations about how can we make sure, and this is already public. Chris already talked about this. How can we make sure that there's trust between these two guys and that the business gets completed because they don't like each other and all that? You know who was going to proxy that? Me in the middle. So that Murder Mook feels comfortable and Hitman feels comfortable that even though it's a possible bags and bodies situation, you know the business is going to go well. Why? Why, Van? Because ARP's in the fucking middle. As per y'all request, because y'all trust me. And y'all worked with me many, many times, and y'all know how I give it up and how I move. And I wouldn't let either side pull no bullshit. And even if somebody got away with some bullshit, I would probably neutralize it. Like, because I don't want it on my jacket, and niggas know me for that. Spent time there. Didn't happen. Holla got to a point where he said, "Man, listen, he is an over competitive guy, man." He got to the point where he was like, "I gotta show everybody. I gotta show all these league owners that didn't make it happen. I gotta show all these battlers that think that I need them." His hand was kind of pushed a little bit. His ego was pushed. I'm keeping it 1,000. His ego was pushed too. Like, I gotta do this on my own. And if I gotta do it with somebody else, me and Geechee is still a big battle. And I still am there for the same capacity, right? Knowing that if I was there, Hitman and Lux would have happened. You know how many phone calls I had with Lux? Lux was in fight mode. Lux hit me like, "Yo, what are we doing, baby?" Like, I was just like, "Yo, it's not really that right now," because Holla was kind of like, I'd rather see Lux get in the field. And I was just like, "I'm retired, man. So I just completed max out 3, and I got Lux over here saying, 'Well, what are we doing, baby?'" And I won't, there's even more to those conversations that I'll just keep it private. It was crazy. It was crazy. So this is me. This is what I meant by a real story. Imagine you're Holla, and I'm knowing this. And ARP could literally just make this, just say yes. And he's got Lux. All I got to do is say yes. How about Mook? These are the 2 biggest battles left for Holla, Mook and Lux. Mook and his management, they sent me a number, a very, very good number to do the battle in the midst of the Chrome not figuring that out of that pot. And I went back, I got on the phone, I said, "I'm really retired." You know what I'm saying? If I didn't let Mook and Holla or Lux and Holla drag me back after max out 3, that should mean I'm really retired. Because the two of the biggest battles left, along with Lux and Daylight, top 3, or now maybe easier. Maybe, I don't know. Holla and Lux and Holla and Mook, these are, I know numbers. These battles make money, but y'all are not like, nobody could. This is why they can't process my retirement. He left all that money on the table. Yes. They don't get it. They don't get it. Now, staying in my real story, me knowing these things, and I'm just like, me just saying yes puts all that money in Holla's pocket, and I'm calling myself a friend of his. Damn. I'm not trying to say that is guilt, because niggas is their own men. Holla was Holla before ARP. And everybody's responsible for feeding themselves. I'm not calling no man in battle rap or outside of battle rap in regards to paying my bills today. If I do, it's an emergency. It's a real emergency. If I ever got to call somebody, like, "Yo, I need to eat," it's an emergency. And I know who to call if I ever had those type of emergencies. All right. So I'm not saying, don't misconstrue that. Holla doesn't need me to do a battle, obviously, this Saturday. He figured that out, right? But it's not a guilt thing. It's more so a real thing. Like, I know I could be the yes or the no towards people making a lot of money like this. You know what I'm saying? So, damn, I want to see K continue to have a good year after he and I being in the middle of him winning Cody. Damn, I want to see Ill Will continue to do his acting thing and continue to get battles or whatever, even though he's been on his way out with like his 1-round tour. That's my guy. Like, I don't want to see my retirement affect him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, QB did an event? That's dope. Glad to see that. Just on the phone with Swave last week. Swave is doing good. I'm glad to see that. Like, Swave never, it's not like Swave was over here every event like Ill Will and Big K, but still, that's my fucking guy. Math, he's been gone. You know what I'm saying? And Raw, he's podcasting, he's streaming, he's commentating. Why do you think I support it so much? Your stream ain't right if you don't got good commentary. I need these guys to be successful without me too, because it's just like, when people move away from certain things, opportunities are lost. And I know I retired for all the right reasons, but I still got a heart. I'm still a human. I don't want to see people lose anything that could hurt them that bad because I gotta do what I gotta do as a man for me and mine. You know what I'm saying? So now if you're gonna do your own thing, I'm there times 10 with no business attached. And some people just can't fathom that, I guess, which is why we are not the same. All right. I'm gonna close out now with this with some court talk real quick. Court talk. Um, the court talk that I'm about to have has nothing to do with me or RBE. I want to speak in general right now, people, okay? None of us are real lawyers. We all do the ghetto attorney shit. You know, I'll be up here talking about the Young Thug case and whatnot. I apply some of my own experiences. I apply what I learned on the internet. I apply from learning from other people, reading a couple things, and then we all play lawyer. You know, sometimes we're right, sometimes we're wrong. But there sometimes there's a level of ignorance where it's just like, oh, you just created something that's very, very stupid. Do you fools listen to music or do you just skim through it type shit? Settlements, people. The fact is, settlements do not have to include money. And in some cases, if settlements did include money, you got to assume that there's cases in the world where people would say, oh, no, 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 no. We going to trial. Like, I'll try to create an example because I know people, it's tough to read between the lines. They don't know if I'm talking about me or RBE or if I'm not. I get it. I get it. I'm trying, people. This ain't about me or RBE. Okay. Like, let's say Diddy gets an accusation on a 10-year-old, right? Which he actually did. Imagine he knows for sure that he didn't do that. He never met that person. He was never there. He never touched that person, etc. Right? Now, that civil suit was already in. Now you get to a point where, let's say, both Diddy and the person that filed the suit are just like, all right, let's end this. We don't need to go to trial. Right? That person can say, all right, to settle out of this, I want you to never write a book about me in this situation, Diddy. Don't write a book that, I accused you of this. And Diddy may or may not agree with that. That's part of their settlement. And then they're done. Right? People be thinking that settlements include money because all y'all do is listen to these car crash commercials, probably. And you're like, did you get hit while on the highway? Call us and we'll settle for you for $1 million. It's an ignorant belief. And remember, the word ignorant means that you just lack the knowledge. Like, right? It's okay. Cases can end for multiple reasons. They could end in trial because there's been a jury or a judge verdict, right? They could end because uh, a judge or a court dismisses the suit or the charges. You know what I'm saying? I file a suit on you, and then I'm the one that never shows up, never makes it to the court dates. The other side could say, hey, he said that I stole his car and he's never showing up. He didn't go through discovery with us. He didn't do none of this. Boom, boom, boom. But, hey, judge, can you dismiss this? Hey, dismissed. Right? I didn't have car tickets, speeding ticket, whatever, thrown out because the cop that wrote me the ticket didn't show up to the DMV. And judge, like, the cop ain't here to represent it. Dismissed. Am I lying? You know what I'm saying? You could have a settlement. Once again, ignorance believes that settlement includes money, right? And then people start flipping that, and it becomes like a snowball effect. Flip it. Oh, wait, it happens to be month and July and November. So want to know what I think the event and ARP is probably he's too big of a deal to not be a power move. Fucking idiots. So, people, there's certain things that I think that y'all see in me. Y'all gotta believe I'm just not going for. And it's back to court shit on a general side. Let me take me out of it. You have settlements where it's just like it's not worth it for both parties, right? But there's still a legal process to end. It just is what it is. And during that legal process to end, both sides could still be putting stuff on the table. It doesn't have to do with money. It doesn't have to do with a single red cent, right? For example, like let's say I say, all right, we're going our own ways. But in this settlement closeout, this procedural part of this, I never won another blocked battle, right? Or somebody else could say, I never want you to work with Tay-Rock, right? That stuff that could be purely of a settlement, right? I'm just making stuff up. This isn't about RBE. This isn't about any other companies. I'm just trying to give a little bit of ghetto lawyer education here, okay? And if you read or interpret this in certain ways, you will leave with certain answers. If you interpret it other ways, then you might miss some points. Or if you want to be a conspiracy theorist, then you'll take from it what you want to take for it for your own entertainment, and then do what you want to do. All right. So chat, I appreciate y'all rocking this morning. We spoke about a lot. It would be corny if I got to sit here and do part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6. But at the same time, you know, my expectations of people are lowering. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is like, yeah, I'll be your Huckleberry. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. If I'm the one that's going to show up to the lake. You know what I'm saying? Like that could be a possibility. And if so, it'll be corny, but we'll still be right back here. I'd rather get back to some other shit tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, like certain people putting me in 1000% false shit. Especially if you say certain things, it's gonna trigger me, you know. So I was triggered, but I still wish everybody a good day, and I wish everybody the best. Everybody that what you think was directly or indirectly mentioned in this video, I'm keeping my karma good by not wishing bad on motherfuckers. I'm keeping my karma good. All right, y'all all do y'all, and I'm gonna do me. Right? I don't have any dependencies on none of y'all, and if y'all don't have any on me, then leave me the fuck alone. As far as the stuff that you pull on me, the stuff that you try to pull on me, that goes for league shit, battle rapper shit, blog shit, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know, this comes with it. I'm a name in this shit. I'm one of the biggest names in this shit. This comes with the territory. I get it. But sometimes I will be here to correct the real. Let the intro close it.
Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house of and shout out to the members.
Without our thing, still got a gun. Come on!